The biggest cryptocurrency frauds. As recent events have shown, numbers of scammers are violating the rules of the virtual trade process by taking advantage of new technology. They created believable projects and put them onto the market to convince investors to join the platform and place money. Here are the 5 biggest investment programs that turned out to be frauds. The most recent and the biggest scams in the history of the ICO are Pincoin and iPhone, both run by the modern tech company. A great monthly return up to 40% from the investors was one of the broad statements that had attracted around 32,000 investors. Finally, the company made off with $660 million. Since then, the fraud has become a subject of investigation. Another scam platform, the CenterTech, acted with the promise to allow users to convert cryptocurrency to fiat. In order to promote the project, its founders created fictional executives with impressive biographies. 2 of the founders have been arrested on fraud charges relating to the ICO, which raised around $32 million. The Plaxcorn platform had promised investors over 1,300% return on investment per month before the Securities and Exchange Commission ordered the company to stop operations. Over $15 million had been raised during the Plaxcorn ICO. Luckily, all of the funds were frozen by the Exchange Commission and the founder was jailed. The BitConnect platform also promised its investors astronomical returns. Furthermore, the company ran a lending program where users lent BitConnect out to other users to make interest depending on how much BitConnect they'd lent on the platform. The company was accused of a Ponzi scheme, and a number of users have since launched a lawsuit to recoup lost funds. OneCoin has been the subject of a number of investigations. It doesn't even operate a legitimate decentralized cryptocurrency. Furthermore, it doesn't have a public ledger, and court cases continue against the company. Crypto ban in Delhi. Times of India has reported that the High Court of Delhi has issued a notice to the Reserve Bank of India, the Ministry of Finance and the Goods and Services Tax Council, alleging that the RBI's decision to end dealings with crypto businesses violates the Constitution. After the RBI announced that they would no longer provide services to a person or a business that deals in cryptocurrency, an online petition to reverse the ban was started, gaining over 43,000 signatures by press time. A crypto company called Digital, which runs the CoinRecall company, believes that RBI's decision will prevent CoinRecall's business operations. Tech investor Tim Draper had also responded negatively to the RBI circular, saying in an interview that the Indian government's refusal to recognize cryptocurrency as valid one is a huge mistake. Cheap Air is about to switch to BitPay. Jeff Klee, the CEO of the flight aggregator Cheap Air, has published a letter to inform their Bitcoin customers about the upcoming Coinbase changes. According to the recent notification, Coinbase will remove a number of tools that Cheap Air uses in order to accept Bitcoin. In response to it, Klee suggests that the company implement a reliable processing partner to begin accepting Bitcoin Cash, Dash, and Litecoin in addition to Bitcoin. Klee brings up BitPay that accepts only Bitcoin and Bitcoin Cash as an alternative to Coinbase. For this reason, Klee additionally asks their customers to leave their comments below the letter since BitPay requires particular protocol-compliant wallets which might have a different type from what the customers use. Tim Draper calls Bitcoin the biggest investment. American venture capital investor and blockchain industry influencer Tim Draper claimed that Bitcoin is bigger than the internet and several other major developments in human history. He further then compared Bitcoin and blockchain in general to his early investments in Tesla, Hotmail, and Skype. Draper also repeated his prediction that in 5 years' time, no one will be using traditional government-backed money. As of December 2017, the venture capital investor was still holding around 30,000 bitcoins that he bought in a U.S. Marshals Service auction in 2014, CNBC reported. If Draper is still holding his BTC today, the investment is worth almost $270 million by press time. Draper also spoke on Bitcoin market dominance, claiming that the largest cryptocurrency is likely to win the long-term crypto battle against altcoins. Earlier in April, during a speech at his own Draper University, the VC tycoon predicted BTC will hit a whopping $250,000 per coin in the next 4 years. Ethereum developers decide on combining proof of work with proof of stake. Developers of Ethereum have announced the creation of a hybrid system of consensus to push the network away from issues associated with crypto mining. They intend to implement the hybrid Casper, the friendly finality gadget network update, which will combine proof of work with proof of stake consensus, with the goal of eventually transitioning to POS. The upgrade should be able to reduce the block reward for miners to 0.6 ETH from the current 3 ETH. According to Ethereum News, the Casper update is possibly the most significant change to the network to date. With POW consensus, miners compete against each other to verify transactions on the blockchain network and get rewarded in the crypto they are mining. Proof of stake suggests another mechanism for transactions verification that would choose the nodes according to the amount of coins held by a person on a digital wallet. This should solve the problem of high energy consumption.